Hi boys and girls, you are watching this video because you have received an iPod from the Cotton Creek Library, and today we're going to quickly go over the things that you got inside of your case, and we're also going to run real quickly through how to work your MP3 player. So let's quick take a look at what you're going to get inside of your case. When you open it up, you will see a bag that has some earbuds and an alcohol swab in there. We talked in the last video about what to do with this stuff. Your iPod, of course, and you will also receive a charger, and this charger will just work with any regular Walmart charger that you might use with your phone or an iPad at home. Okay, you'll want to notice something too. The charger, the iPod, and the earbuds will all have a color code to them. That way you know which belongs to Cotton Creek and which is yours, because if you're anything like me, these are laying all over your house, and you'll see that little cord wrapped around and you'll say, oh, I know that that belongs to Cotton Creek. Also, on this card, you will see a list of all the different books. Okay, so let's quickly run through how to work your iPod. Let's take a look at the functions real quickly. Up here we have on off, skip ahead books. This is where you charge and where you'll put your earbuds. Play, pause, turn it up, turn it down. If you push this button here quickly, you'll advance a chapter. If you click this back button, you'll go back a chapter. If you hold this down, you'll go quickly within a chapter. And if you hold the backwards button down, you'll go backwards quickly within a chapter. I know it kind of sounds confusing, but once we run through it, I think you'll get the hang of it pretty quickly. Okay, I'm going to plug mine in so we can hear what it sounds like. You're going to plug your earbuds in right there. Okay, now in order to turn it on, there's a slider bar at the very top. You're going to want to slide that over all the way to the left. You don't want it in the center because that will put it on shuffle and it'll make it very confusing for you to go to the next book or the next chapter. So you're going to want to slide that all the way to the left, and a little green light is going to pop on and you'll know that you are ready to go. Oh, there's my green light, and I slid this over.
Just like he always did.
Chapter
9.
Whoa, we are in the middle of a book.
Chapter 4, Chapter 3, Chapter 2.
This is audible.
Okay, we're going to stop it there. Okay, let's see which book we are on. I'm going to go ahead and push play.
Scholastic Audio presents 11 Birthdays. Written by Wendy Mass. Read.
Okay, push pause. We are on book number 1, 11 Birthdays. Let's say you've already read 11 Birthdays, or maybe you're really excited to read Among the Hidden, book number 5. So let's talk about how you're going to get to another book. Now, right on top here, you're going to see a circle button. You're going to hold that down. After we push play, I'm going to hold it down, and you're going to hear it start to say, next audiobook, next audiobook. As soon as you hear the number of the book that you want, I want number 5, I'm going to quick push play, and then my new book will begin. So let's hear how that works. I'm going to push play to start.
By Kathleen McInerney.
Okay, holding this circle button down
Chapter
until
1.
I hear it advancing.
11 years ago.
Audiobook 1.
Okay, there it goes.
Audiobook 2. Audiobook 3. Audiobook 4.
Oh, I'm going to get ready.
Audiobook 5.
That's the one. Push play.
This is audible.
Recorded Books presents an unabridged recording of Among the Hidden by Margaret Peterson Haddix.
Okay, I'm going to push pause. So you saw how that happened. I held this button down just until I heard the books, and then I waited for 5, push play, and then my book will start. So let's hear how it goes.
Narrated by Stephen Boyer.
Chapter 1. He saw the first tree shudder and fall,
Okay.
far off in the distance.
Now let's say I had already started this book last week, so I'm on chapter 7. I don't want to listen to the entire book. I want to get right to chapter 7. Unless, of course, you want to listen to the whole book, then feel free. But let's say you want to get to chapter 7. You are going to quickly push this button right here, and that will advance chapters for you. So let's push play and try that out.
Then he heard his mother. Chapter 4.
Quick.
Chapter 9.
Oh, okay. Now this is going to happen too, okay? Some of the chapters are short, so the author will chunk them. or the person that's reading the book will chunk the chapters. Instead of chapter 1, chapter 2, it'll chunk like 3 chapters together. So what you have to do is you have to get to the closest chapter that you're on. If you're on chapter 7, you're not going to want to go to chapter 9, boys and girls, because then you're going to miss a couple of chapters. So you're going to go to the previous chapter that's closest to the chapter that you're on.
Luke was so surprised.
Okay.
He lost
Now
his
let's
balance and almost
say-
fell backwards off the trunk.
Pause it. Let's say I want to go quickly within a chapter. Let's say I started reading it last night, but I kind of forget what happened in the middle. So I know what happened in the beginning of that chapter, but I want to hear more that happened in the middle, or I want to hear it again, or tell somebody about this really exciting part. So now in order to advance quickly within a chapter, you're going to hold this button down. Let's see how that works.
By the time he recovered and righted
this down.
himself, the fixed one on the sport bed.
And you can see how that's going faster. Push play,
He stared for hours at the
and you will
sports
be
family.
ahead within that chapter. So you kind of have to just play with it a little bit, boys and girls, and figure out which chapter you need to be on and which part of the chapter is best for you. It's really a great idea to just start at the beginning of the book and read your way through it. But if you need to, you can kind of play with the different functions and get where you need to go. Now, boys and girls, when you are finished with it, make sure that you slide it all the way off. That will conserve your battery. Okay, and then every single time that you use your iPod, boys and girls. Oh, and you know what? I didn't show you the volume up and down, but that's pretty easy. Volume up, volume down. Okay, make sure every time in between listening, when you're not listening to it, you put it nicely back inside of its case with the earbuds and the alcohol swab. Even if you're not using them, still put them in there so you don't lose them. And then the charging cord every single time. Unless, of course, you're charging it, then you're not going to put your iPod and your charger in there. And then zip it up nicely so it's protected inside your backpack or wherever you might be needing to take it with. All right, and then remember, when you turn it in, boys and girls, you're going to need those 3 items in there. The bag with the headphones in there. You will also need the charger and the MP3, of course. So now comes the fun part. Go ahead and open up your bag and start listening to your favorite book. Have fun!